I guess, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
So the idea, I think, for the live show, which turned into Humane Society, ultimately it got to this place that it was about my friend's daughter who died very suddenly at a very young age. And I had been doing the show, and I think that happened. And I thought, well, if these people who I cared very much about were to come to the show, would I say anything in the show that I would feel disingenuous saying to them, you know?
Why? Because they're going through it now.
Well, because I think it wouldn't be true. So that was the thing. Like, could I say this? Am I in denial of some real thing, some real truth about life? You know. And so I wanted not to be in denial, or not turning away from things that were painful or something. You know. Would you take this? I mean, I think the people that I like most and that inspired the show and then the Humane Society are like Hardy White or Joe Frank, who I'm wearing the Joe Frank shirt right now. There's something like mysterious and kind and dark, and I really love that. I think that's religion at its best, the mystery. And I think where a lot of religions fail is that they try to answer all of the mystery. We don't know, and you can't know, and you just have to hang out together not knowing.
I'm not going to say that you're a bad
Look how much
comedian.
more I have to do. It's really disheartening.
Do you feel drunk?
Yeah, I feel like I probably will puke too. You know, I got this fortune cookie once that said, trying hard is kind of a success. Or, no, trying hard is a kind of success, not kind of a success. But that's funny. I think that's comedy. And I was just because I messed it up. I want Hawk to be able to see her father as a young man just trying to make stuff, trying to, you know, like, I don't know, be okay with being scared or you know, having fear, and like, I don't know, that she doesn't, I have no expectation of her, or because I have so little expectation of myself. No, that's not true. So sometimes, lately I've been thinking I just want to leave the city, which in a lot of ways I think is almost like a kind of death. And before I had a child, I would look at people who left the city and be like, oh, well, they kind of gave up. And maybe that's true, but also I'm thinking about the beauty in giving up and saying, like, for like what? I'd like to live in nature and just hang out and spend time with Hawk and, you know, chop wood. But I would still want to do this. And I don't know if you'd be willing to make a trip into the country. But I think what this is, for me, it's writing and thinking with no aspirations of trying to be marketable, no real dream of making money off of it. It's like a hug or something. God, that sounds terrible. It's like just company for people, I think. I want to be company for people, I think, because these other artists have been company for me. I desperately sometimes really want to be famous and be successful and be on like all these podcasts and make jokes and have everyone say how funny, you know. When I realize I don't have that, and most likely that won't come to me, it hurts. You know, I like edited for JWoww and Snooki, which is awful, but they paid me a lot of money to do that. It was worth money, but it wasn't worthwhile. And it's like, this, for whatever reason, feels good. It makes me feel good. It's enacting my penance. I have this idea that part of the work I do is like penitence for not being there for friends and loved ones in the way that I know I should have been. One time I got so drunk on wine that I had to sleep in my car, and I spit. After throwing up in a nearby bathroom a bunch, I woke up the next morning, there was like spit all over my window because I thought the window was open, I guess, and in the night, totally unbeknownst, I was like spitting out the window of the car, but it was, the window was closed. I've eaten so much, and every time I overeat, I think I'm never gonna do this again, and I always do, and I think that's what it is to be human. Like, we know better, but we can't do better, you know? Do you think the viewers of Humane Society will find any of this interesting?
Yeah, I think it's like certainly a different tone though. Like, it'll feel different.
That's good, that's our goal.
Yeah, like I think it'll be. I mean, I don't know. Like, the people who like Humane Society, I think, will like it.
Our true fans are gonna go with us, I think.
I don't know if we're gonna catch any new audience. Who knows?
There's nothing sexy about the Humane Society, and I like that, I think. Did I tell you that I found the secret of life?
No.
I'm trying to think if I need to save this for something else, but what everyone wants is just one more moment of love. And maybe that means with a relationship, or with a family member, or with, I don't know, a job or something. Everyone is just going for that next moment, that next whatever package of time of feeling love or feeling loved. And that's it. And like addiction, I think, comes out of that, and kind of all betrayal comes out of that. But I really think that is what people are striving for. And it's nice to look at as all these lights are on, all these different lives that people are living. And I think if I could, I would just give them that. I don't know that it would change their life or anything, but it would satisfy them until the next moment of wanting.